Hi everyone, so today we're going to be reading The Three Little Pigs. Let's take a look at the cover of the story. What do you notice on the cover? What do you see? I see pigs. How many pigs do you see? Should we count them? 1, 2, 3. What do you notice? What are they doing, these pigs? Do they look like the pigs you see on a farm? Are they playing in mud? No. What are they doing? They're playing instruments. They're making music. And this one looks like he's dancing. So we learned all about characters when we read Mo Willems. And we read all about Elephant and Piggy and the pigeon. Does anybody remember what a character is? Okay, characters are the people or animals in a story. So just by looking at the cover of The Three Little Pigs, do we know who some of the characters might be? Yeah, there's 3 pigs. So we're going to add them to our chart. So let's count them as we add them. We have 1 pig, 2 pigs, and 3 pigs. Can everyone tap your heads 3 times? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So while we read, maybe we'll meet some more characters. So let's get started. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who went out into the big world to build their homes and seek their fortunes. The first little pig did not like to work at all. He quickly built himself a house of straw. Then off he danced down the road to see how his brothers were getting along. And as he danced, he sang, "I built my house of straw, I built my house of hay, I toot my flute, I don't give a hoot, and play around all day." The second little pig was building himself a house too. He did not like to work any better than his brother, so he had decided to build a quick and easy house of sticks. So what do the first 2 little pigs like to do? Do they like to work? No, they like to dance and play. Soon it was finished too. It was not a very strong little house, but at least the work was done. Now the second little pig was free to do what he liked. What he liked to do was play his fiddle and dance. So while the first little pig tooted his flute, the second little pig sawed away on his fiddle, dancing as he played. So what are they doing? They're playing music and they're dancing. And he danced as he sang, "I built my house of sticks, I built my house of twigs, with a hey diddle diddle I play on my fiddle, and I dance all kinds of jigs." Then off danced the 2 little pigs down the road together to see how their brother was getting along. The third little pig was a sober little pig. He was building a house too, but he was building his of bricks. He did not mind hard work. He wanted a stout little strong little house, for he knew that in the woods nearby there lived a big bad wolf who liked nothing better than to catch little pigs and eat them up. So slap, slosh, slap, away he worked, layering bricks and smoothing mortar between them. So who do we see here? Who do we see? Did we meet somebody new? Should we add another character to our chart? Who is this? Who did we meet? The big bad wolf. Let's stick him up here. Let's see. "Ha ha ha," laughed the first little pig when he saw his brother hard at work. "Ho ho ho," laughed the second little pig. "Come down and play with us," he called. But the busy little pig did not pause. Slap, slosh, slap went the bricks on mortar as he called down to them. "I build my house of stones, I build my house of bricks. I have no chance to sing and dance, for work and play don't mix." "Ho ho ho, ha ha ha," laughed the 2 lazy little pigs, dancing along to the tune of the fiddle and the flute. So will this pig play with them? Why not? What's he doing instead? "You can laugh and dance and sing," their busy brother called after them, "but I'll be safe and you'll be sorry when the wolf comes to the door." Ha ha ha! Hoo hoo hoo! Laughed the two little pigs again, and they disappeared into the woods, singing a merry tune. So what do we think is going to happen? Let's make a prediction. What's going to happen next in the story? Maybe you can talk about it with your families or your brothers and your sisters. What might happen next? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. Who do we see? Who's that? The wolf. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, roared the wolf. Just as the first pig reached his door, out of the wolves popped the big bad wolf. The little pig squealed with fright and slammed the door. Little pig, let me come in, cried the wolf. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, said the little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, roared the wolf. And he did. He blew the little straw house all to pieces. Away raced the little pig to his brother's house of sticks. No sooner was he in the door when knock, 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 there was the big bad wolf. But of course, the little pigs would not let him in. So what happened? What happened to the first pig's house of straw? What did the wolf do? He blew it down. So now how many pigs do you have in this house? Let's see. 1, 2. I'll fool those little pigs, chuckled the big bad wolf to himself. Then he said out loud, those little pigs are too smart for me. I'm going home. He started off toward the deep woods, but he did not go far. He hid behind a big tree. So what do you think the wolf's trying to do? Soon the door opened and the two little pigs peeked out. There was no wolf in sight. Do you remember where the wolf is hiding? Behind the tree. Ha ha ha! Hoo hoo hoo! Laughed the two little pigs. We fooled him. Did they really fool him? They danced around the room, singing, who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. Soon there came another knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf again, but he had covered himself with a sheepskin and was curled up in a big basket, looking like a little lamb. Who's there? Called the second little pig. I'm a poor little sheep with no place to sleep. Please open the door and let me in, said the big bad wolf in a sweet little voice. The pig peeked through the door, and he could see the wolf's big black paws and large, sharp fangs. What's a fang? So he has sharp claws and sharp fangs. What do you think that might be? Let's look at the picture. What do you see? What else can you see behind the sheepskin? His teeth. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. You can't fool us with that sheepskin, said the second little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, cried the angry old wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he blew the little twig house all to pieces. Away raced the two little pigs straight to the third little pig's house of bricks. Don't worry, said the third little pig to his two frightened brothers. You're safe here. This made the big bad wolf perfectly furious. What does furious mean? Look at his face. What do you think? He's feeling furious. He's not just angry. He's really, really, really angry. Why is he angry? What is he trying to do? What do you think? Do you think he's trying to eat the pigs? I don't know. Let's see. Now, by the hair of my chinny chin chin, he roared, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but he could not blow down that little house of bricks. How could he get in? At last, he thought of the chimney. So he's going down the chimney. So up he climbed quietly. Then with a snarl, down he jumped right into a kettle of boiling water. With a yelp of pain, he sprang straight up the chimney again and raced away from that little house as fast as he could go. The three little pigs spent their time in the strong little brick house singing and dancing merrily, and the big bad wolf never came back again. The end. So what happened? Did the wolf blow down the brick house? No, he didn't. So did he get to eat the pigs? No, he ran away. So the last thing we're going to talk about today is the setting. What's the setting? Has anyone ever heard that word before? So there are characters in a story, but there's also something called the setting. So the setting is where a story takes place. So what happened in this book? Where were the pigs? Where were they the whole time? What were they doing? They were building houses. So the wolf kept going to each of the pigs' houses. So he started off at the first pig's house. What did the first pig make their house out of? Straw. So the first pig made his house out of straw. And the next pig made their house out of sticks. And the third pig made their house out of bricks. So the setting of the story were the little pigs' houses. So we're going to stick that up there. So that's where the story took place. So I hope you like this book, and we're going to be learning all about the three little pigs this week.